What's up, guys? We're back for another Mythic Legions review, but this is not surprising, not an Advent of Decay review. Today we're taking a look at a slightly older figure, not too old, but we're taking a look at one of the ORC Legion builders today. So you can see him there in the standard Mythic Legions packaging. Of course, we've got him there in the window. No bio for this guy because it's a Legion builder, and then the back has the standard backer card art for the Mythic Legions line. So let's do it. Let's pull this guy out and take a look. Alright guys, here he is out of the packaging, our Mythic Legions Coliseum ORC Legion Builder figure. And this guy is a little bit different from, say, I don't know, every other figure that I've reviewed in the Legions line, not just because he's an orc, but because it's a Legion builder, and I have yet to actually get to any other Legion builders. And they are a little bit more on this simplistic side when we get to sculpt and paint in some regards. So we're going to talk about that, of course, but we have to start off with articulation and see how this guy moves around. So as you might expect, this guy is basically par for the course in terms of articulation. You can rotate the head, up, down, bobble side to side. Arms go out, we swivel. We have a swiveling elbow with about a 90-degree bend for that joint. We've got swiveling gauntlets, we've got swiveling wrists, and of course a hinge. As he is bare-chested, he does not have a diaphragm swivel. He's just got the waist twist, so twist, a little bit back, a little bit forward, and a little bit side to side. Legs go out, they kick forward, they kick back. There is a cut up there. We have got single jointed knee, rotation at the ankle, rocker, and of course hinge. So he is, you know, standard, just the everyday Legions articulation. Nothing missing, nothing extra. The only thing that he has less than any other figure is that diaphragm joint. I don't consider it a missing joint because all the other figures with bare chests are exactly the same. So he moves around just about as well as you might expect for this line. Now, when it comes to sculpt and paint, this guy is definitely more on the basic side, and that's the theme for Legion builders when it comes to Mythic Legions. This guy's normal retail price would be lower than another quote-unquote named figure because he has less detail. There's less paint work that goes into it. There's not any real intricacies to his armor. It's just the sculpted armor without any real embellishments. So it lends itself more to being a troop building figure, which is what these are, and not necessarily a more standout single character, which I am perfectly fine with. I like the idea of doing that. I like that they do that with these figures. Now, that said, this guy doesn't really have anything missing in terms of the sculpt department. If you caught my most recent review prior to this one, my Khador review from Covenant of Shadow, for example, these two are the exact same figure, except for the heads, because, you know, this guy's an orc. But they are the same figure. Same chest, same arms, same gauntlets, same girdle, same shin guards, same feet. So it's the exact same quality sculpt that you would get from any other mainline figure, only that this guy is meant to be army built, you know, if you're into that sort of thing. I do think that the figure on its own is nicely done. There is a lot of shading on the chest to bring out the musculature. There's not a great deal, if really any, paint in that armor. There is a bit of a sheen to it. It definitely does look like it's got a little bit of a paint overspray or a wash on it, but in some angles it also doesn't really look like it has any. It's just kind of an off black color, if that's a word. Off black, is that a thing? We do have some QC issues on the back. I've got some, well, not some, I've got quite a bit of paint rub because this guy actually comes with his straps on his body in the package, and they have rubbed and rubbed and rubbed in there over time. So maybe not a QC issue, but more of just a mishap in the package. I can probably get that off, I'm sure, but we've got a bunch of little black marks all over him. Otherwise, though, this is standard Legions quality. Great, great sculpt. You know, it's just, he's a little dumbed down because of the fact that he isn't supposed to be a single guy. He is just one of many orcs that can exist in your collection. Now, despite the fact that he is from the neck down similar to Khador in every detail, the head is obviously different because this guy is an orc, and this guy is a helmeted orc, so you don't get to see his face. He doesn't come with an extra unhelmeted head either. He does come with an extra head, but it's just not a fully unhelmeted figure. I do really, really like this. I'm very excited to get more orcs in this line. I know there are others, I just don't have them. So this is kind of my first foray into some of the orcs, except for some of the females that we'll be looking at with Advent of Decay. But I really dig the face. I like the ears that are popping out of that helmet. I really, though, love the tusks that stick out of his mouth, and I absolutely dig this helmet sculpt. It's really, really nice. It's very simple, but it's effective in its design. It's pitted, it's cracked, it's got a lot of wear and tear on it. It looks like something an orc might wear, and it fits with the design of this armor really, really nicely. So I think it's another quality head sculpt, and I'm very, very, very excited to add this guy to the set. Now, despite being a Legion builder, a more basic figure, where he's not basic is his accessories. He comes with just as many accessories as any other figure, and he's got a nice spread. So obviously I've gone ahead and changed this guy up. This is another instance of a figure where I really think you have a lot of options when it comes to pauldrons, just because of the fact that he doesn't necessarily need them. But I do really, really like the look when he has these on. And again, just like the Khador figure, these are the same pauldrons. They are almost identical outside of the fact that this guy's painted green. So we've got these humongous pauldrons. They are, again, kind of an off-black color that fit the armor really, really well. Very nice. They make him look very big and imposing. They beef this character up quite a bit. We have got the extra head on here, and like I said, it's not a unhelmeted head, it's just a full helmeted head. And if you've seen my other reviews, you know I absolutely love this helmet sculpt. I love the horns. These are the more organic looking style horns, and you can rotate these around if you want, you know, have them sticking up if you so choose, or you could take them off if you wanted, but then you'd have kind of holes sticking out of the side. So I really like this. I kind of like this guy this way more than the other way, but at the same time, I really want to make him even more unique and display that orc face underneath that mask. So I'll probably use the other head more often than not, but I really, really like this particular configuration as well, outside of the fact that I almost made him fall over. But besides that, we do have a handful of other accessories. Like I said, he's got straps. He comes with 2 black straps this time around, not just a single brown strap, so you got those. We have got a shield, and since this is a relatively older figure at this point, we have got the clip instead of the handle. So it's just a wooden shield with, you know, a metal frame on it. Nice patina, a lot of wear and tear on that guy. We've got one of the more standard long swords in the line, but his weapon is all rusted and nasty. Tons of wash, tons of overspray on it. We've seen this sword a lot, but I've never come across it in this particular paint scheme. This bronze, nasty, rusted color looks really nice. It fits the theme of an orc. And then we've got a similar color scheme for the big warhammer. We've seen this a number of times at this point as well. Going back to the Khador figure, he comes with this hammer as well. So he's got a good spread of orc-styled accessories. Everything sort of fits the character and very much befitting of a Legion builder, troop builder type of figure. So overall, this is another solid figure. I'm not really an army builder. I don't really ever do that with my collection. It just isn't my thing, but I can appreciate the idea behind what they do with Legion builders. Slightly lower price point, less paint, but all of the same quality, tons of accessories, everything you would expect to get from the Horseman, just with less detail to kind of bring out the fact that he's not a unique character. He is just an orc in your army, in your mythic legions, so to speak. So I'm happy with him. I think he's a solid figure. All the articulation we expect, all the sculpt, just less paint. And I'm okay with that, especially when you catch them at retail and they cost less money and they just look amazing. You really can't go wrong when it comes to the 4 Horsemen's Legion builder sets. So that's going to do it for this look at the Mythic Legions Coliseum Orc Legion builder figure. Let me know what you guys think. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And until next time.